Welcome everyone to our Board of Directors Spring Reception.
My name is Esther Lee, a junior at Chaska High School, and I have the honor of working with the Minnesota Youth Council for 2 years, and also am the co-chair of the Minnesota Alliance with Youth with Mary.
We wanted you to hear from a community doing great work around the Alliance work and making this work real. So, Marni?
My name is Marni Thompson, and I'm the assistant principal at Northfield High School, and I'm also the school connectedness truancy prevention person for the district K through 12. And so part of my work is to supervise my fellow at the high school, and we've had fellows for the past 5 years, and they have all been extraordinary. We've also had a fellow at Northfield Middle School for the last 5 years as well. And we have a fellow at the Northfield Union of Youth, and we also have had a fellow at the Healthy Community Initiative, where Zach is the director. And what's been really amazing the last couple of years with having 4 fellows is that we've been really able to form a community cohort of fellows, and our fellows have really been able to increase the capacity building and the success that we've seen by having these 4 fellows working together to supporting the youth, not just at the middle school and the high school, but in our community in general. And our fellows really work around academic support and community engagement, service learning, and connecting kids to their school, their community, and their learning. And we've really seen some very, very extraordinary results. The fellows work very closely in 2 programs that we have. One which is called TORCH, which is Tackling Obstacles and Raising College Hopes. We started it 5 years ago because we had a very dismal 36% graduation rate for our Latino students. Very proud to say that last year it was 100%. Through the good work of our fellows, both Mundo and then also Jason Hallen, who was a former fellow who works in that program. But we have currently 250 students grades K through 12 that are low income, first generation, or Latino students that we're serving in TORCH, and it's all around academic support and career and college exploration and family engagement. Those have been the kind of the key things that we've found to help these students be successful. And I just want to share a couple of statistics with you. All of our kids last year graduated, and actually the first year of our program we went from 36 to over 90%, which is just really an unheard of increase in graduation rate for this group of students. And since then we've been able to maintain it at over 90%. In addition, last year, 50% of the kids enrolled in post-secondary and 23% were in process. And of the kids that we had in college last year, 80% finished their first year and went on to their second year, which is an amazing statistic. You don't even see that really in a general population, but then when you talk about kids that have tremendous obstacles, that's quite an amazing number. And then 60% of our kids that were in TORCH saw improvements in their grade point average, what might not seem like a very high statistic, but of the kids that didn't see improvement, they all went into a college prep track. So their grade point averages either stayed the same or dropped a little bit, but they were going from taking basic level classes to taking chemistry, AP chemistry, Spanish, AP Spanish, classes that they had never navigated before. But we found that by giving them increasing support, they were really able to do these classes and do them very successfully. And then we also, and I'm going to have Josh speak to this, have a program that we collaborate with Riverland and Carleton College and the high school to offer online classes for our TORCH students. And currently we have 16 kids this semester, but they take classes through Riverland, and then they spend an hour and a half a week with a Carleton College tutor in that subject area. And students like Josh are finishing high school with 20-some credits of college under their belts, which gives them an advantage really that's quite extraordinary. Our other program that our fellows work really closely with is Prime Time, promoting responsible individuals through mentoring and enrichment. I actually thought of that. Just wanted to add that. And Prime Time, obviously, that after-school time where kids really are more inclined to get into trouble. It's our after-school programming, and our fellows support that program as well. Last year, we had over 1,300 kids that were involved in after-school programming, K-8, during the school year, and then in addition during the summertime. And that is programming that's targeted services and enrichment, working around skills in math, reading, and social skills. That's social engagement as well. Of those kids last year, 90% of them showed improvement on standardized test scores compared to their grade level peers, which is pretty good. And being the attendance lady, the average number of school absences for youth in prime time dropped 40% in 1 year. Like that. And then Josh's favorite statistic that he likes to make fun of me about is that 95% of our kids stated that they had at least one caring adult in their lives. And on the Minnesota Student Survey, we know that for the general population in Northfield, it's 50% or less. And also, all of you know that having a caring adult is the best protective factor that kids can have. So we've really increased that number by having those kids in that program. And I got to bring along my wonderful Promise Fellow, Mundo, who has a couple words to share as well.
Okay, well, my name is Edmundo Garza, and I'm the Promise Fellow hosted by Northfield High School. The bulk of my service is focused on doing academic interventions, providing academic resources to the youth in the community. Both, the Torch cohort, students who are not performing performing well, and just anyone who is interested in working with me. Really, I try to make myself available to anyone. So I maintain after-school programming that focuses on academics. I work throughout the day in study halls and wherever I can, wherever I'm welcome, which is I'd like to say that I'm a fixture in the school community, and really I can't take the credit for that. Northfield has been exemplary in the amount of the high level of collaboration that they've been able to provide for the youth in the community. So I'm glad that I've been able to be a part of it. It has been particularly meaningful for me because when I think of the youth that I work with and myself as a youth, I realize that there aren't many really that many differences between us. A lot of the kids that I work with are Hispanic. I have struggled as a student in my past as well as an undergraduate, but I'm proud to say that I've been able to achieve many things in my short lifetime. I have struggled with other things in my life, or my family has. So, and I'm happy to say that even though there are many similarities and many differences between my youth and myself, I'm able to recognize that I was very fortunate in that I had very caring, dedicated, passionate adults in my life who guided me in the right direction, and I'm proud to say that I can be that for them. So it's been a really great experience for me, and I look forward to doing another year of service.
All right, and then we brought Josh Wood, who is a senior who's graduating in 21 days?
21 days, wow.
And
exciting.
He is a shining star, and we brought him to share a little bit about his story.
In middle school, I was disengaged. I didn't have a sense of community. I didn't have access to caring people. I didn't have a strong support system at home. I soon disengaged from school. I didn't go to school. I was truant, as Marni, the truancy officer, can attest to that. In 8th grade, I was referred to be in a program, Summer Plus, which was an academic-based program for kids that are at risk. And that at risk is a big umbrella that I myself fell under. At Summer Plus, I was able to feel more connected and feel appreciated, and also to learn a lot of the academic skills that I had missed out on in my middle school career. From middle school and from Summer Plus, I found myself to be in a cohort of other similar youth that needed some extra support. So in 9th grade, all throughout high school, I worked with the Promise Fellow that had Mundo's position. Daily I was working on homework, other academic skills that I needed to still kind of polish off. ninth grade summer year, the summer after my ninth grade year, summer after my 10th grade year, and summer after my 11th grade year, I actually worked in the same program that I was in 8th grade, helping similar youth that were in the same shoes that I was. My senior year, unfortunately, I don't get to work with Mundo that much. The good thing about it is that the 3 years I had working with the Promise Fellow in Mundo's position, I was able to learn the academic skills, the leadership skills, the qualities that I needed to be a good student, that I've been able to focus on the academic achievement and also the college access side of things. Through Torch, as Marni had mentioned, I've, since my junior year, been part of the PSEO program where we link Carleton, Riverland, and online courses, so I don't need to leave Northfield to take college classes. And I will be graduating in 21 days with 24 college credits. That's
Good deal.
yeah. So after one semester, I will be happily a sophomore. And lastly, I really want to stress this, that without that early intervention that I received and was fortunate to receive, I don't think that I would be graduating on time, let alone with 24 college credits. And this fall, I'm happy to say that I will be attending Hamline University.
We're very honored to have our Lieutenant Governor, Avanza Kutner with us today, and she's going to be our 4th honorary chair.
Well, thank you, and it really is a privilege for me to have been asked to join the board and to be an honorary chair. I'm new, and so I'm just learning about the organization, but in many ways I've known about the principles of the organization. And actually, when I was on the Duluth City Council, I happened to meet Colin Paul when he was starting out his Promises for America. But as I was listening to all of you, and then I started reading, you know, what the Minnesota Alliance with Youth is all about, the caring adults and safe places and effective education, a healthy start and opportunities to help others. I was thinking, I was fortunate. I had those things in my life. I came from a very low-income family, a working-class family, who struggled hard. So we didn't have a lot, but I had those things in my life. And part of what I tell about my story is that I had mentors in my life. Throughout my life, I had mentors. And I know that so much about success is about having people in your life to show you the way and the opportunities then that follow for that. And so a lot of what I tell about my own life when I'm talking about what has happened to me is that, you know, I would see people that I admired, and I would aspire to be them and what they did, but I never really believed I could do it. And yet, by watching these people, I found out that I could follow in their footsteps. And so, I mean, it was simple things, like I was the Woodland Winter Frolic Queen. Never thought I would be a Winter Frolic Queen, you know. But I thought, wow, I am that. But later on, I became the student council president, and I was a foreign exchange student and the valedictorian of my class. But I never thought that I could be those things until I had mentors in my life that encouraged me and along the way and told me that I could do that. I really credit my teachers and the connections I had with my teachers. My parents were very, very traditional. They never believed I needed to go to college. That was for the boys. But I had my teachers who said you could and you can and you can be successful. I never aspired to be on the Duluth City Council, and I never aspired to be a state senator, and I never aspired to be a lieutenant governor. But I'll tell you what, all those mentors that came before me, all those people that showed me the way, helped me to prepare. And I think life is about preparing to take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. And so I think that's what the fellows are about. And I think that's what, you know, the supervisors are about is providing these opportunities, showing people the way to success, showing that success is possible, that you can achieve, and then helping people to take those opportunities as they present themselves. So it's about preparing to be successful in your life. So I feel very privileged to be here, very honored to have been asked to join the organization. I thank each and every one of you who contribute to it and are such an integral and important part of the success of the Alliance with Youth. Thank you.